Hey, what's going on YouTube? My name is Steven Marmolejos, and on this channel I plan to share with you guys a little bit of what I do every day, which is metal fabrication and TIG welding. So here behind me I have next project that got dropped off. It is a Civic EK. He came in for a full turbo system, which we'll be building here at Angel Fabrication. And here's a quick time lapse of me starting the template for the weight plate. And here shortly I'll be getting that cut out and mounted onto the car. All I'm doing here is pretty much making a template out of cardboard for my laser guide to cut out the weight plate with proper measurements. So here we have the intercooler core, vibrant core, 6-inch thick. We'll be mounting his 67mm turbo to it. And we're using these HD clamps, which are really nice. They have great movement and flexibility once you mount it. And they're a quick release. You just take this pin out and you'll be able to release the clamp in one shot. It's nice for when you're at the track. So I just finished up bending and shearing off the pieces for the one end tank here. Now that I got it all tacked together and fitted the way I want it, I'm welding it up, and I'll be welding it on the inside as well. Here we have the inside of that end tank all welded out. That way there's no chance of weld failure at all. So you'll be seeing a lot of boost. Here are the elbows. I already made the collector. And the 60mm wastegate inlet. Here's the 4-to-1 merge collector bolted on to this aluminum heatsink and back purged, just welding around the base of it. So here we have the manifold all tacked up, ready to go. And then this piece goes here. So getting ready to weld it out now. So here we have the weight plate cut out. It's gonna fit behind the Frank's front end. And hopefully my measurements were right, lined up nicely. We'll see here. So as you can see, she fit pretty good. Cutouts here, nice and flat. Cut out there. It's a little hard to see. Need some better lighting. Yeah, it comes back this way a little bit for some extra weight, because it'll still clear the slick either way. So we're gonna get ready to TIG weld it up, and we'll be welding it top and bottom of the traction bar. Now that I have the plate where I want it, just gonna tack it a few times here and do a few long stitch welds on the top and bottom. So as you guys just saw, we got the weight plate welded up, and now this is gonna give me a good platform to set the intercooler here, get the measurements for the cold side of the intercooler to line up with the van jan on the turbo next, and then we'll be able to make the charge pipe from there. Here we have the intercooler all welded up using the vibrant 3-inch van jan clamp here and a 3.5-inch van jan there. So the next step we're going to be working on is the exhaust. It's going to be 2 up pipes going straight out of the hood. There's already holes that were there previously So I'm gonna go ahead and try to shoot through those holes. This one here will be for the 4-inch up pipe, and here's for the 60mm wastegate up tube. So basically be a 90 straight up. It's gonna go 3 to 4 inch. And right now it's already got it tacked together. So it's back purging right now. And then I'll be working on the wastegate next. So just finished up welding the up pipe. Pretty happy with how it came out. Just slightly above the hood there. And that's what it looks like. All welded up. O2 sensor right there. So yeah, now it is time to do the dump tube here using this 60mm Turbo Smart wastegate. Got the outlet flange there, and we'll be shooting it straight up and out of the hood. Here we have the dump tube all tacked up, ready to be welded. I'm purging it right now with argon. Alright, so here's what the dump tube looks like on the car. So it goes up just like the up pipe here and out of the hood. I'll show you. So that's how they look. And I'll be making new ring plates to fit the shape better of the up pipes I created. And next up, we're going to be working on a catch can. So far I've welded up this 16 bong here as a breather, and I'll be making a catch can where the factory battery placement usually goes. So I came up with this catch can design that I was pretty happy with, and here I am just running beads around it. I already welded up the AN fittings on the inside part of it, as well as a baffle on the inside. And next was this clip of the radiator. I was running a bead down it. Alright, so now that we have the catch can done and mounted, along with the up pipes, as you guys just saw, I was welding up the radiator. Here's what it looks like. It's pretty tight fitment in there, but it does clear everything. Alright, so now that the fuel cell is all welded up, I went ahead and installed it. It held about 2 gallons. I just used water to test that. And here's the fill neck for it, the cap there. That way you don't have to take your bumper off to fill your fuel cell if you do have it up here. And I went ahead and made this crash bar for it. It's pretty solid. Kind of hard to see, but also made this shield just to help protect the fuel pump and filter there a little bit better. So now that the fuel cell's all mounted up the way it's going to be ran, here's a Meteor electric water pump that the customer purchased. I went ahead and bought these adapter fittings to adapt to 16 AN, which is what we're going to be running off our radiator and back to the water necks. So I'll be doing a little bit of plumbing today. I'm still waiting on the flange for this upper water neck to make a swirl pot. So I'll be making a custom swirl pot, and I'll be shooting right to the top of the radiator. Nothing too special going on here, just screwing in these 16 AN fittings into the hose. Got them from Vibrant Performance. Alright, as you guys just saw, we got that line plumbed up. Just wanted to show you guys an example of how we do that. So it's going from the bottom of the radiator to the water pump here, and then it'll be going from the water pump back to the back water neck here. I already welded up the AN fitting there. And then I'm waiting on a flange to make a swirl pot for it. And then from there, it'll be going to the top of the radiator. So we're just gonna repeat the steps we did to make this line here and continue on. Quick little update while I'm working on these AN lines. I got this belly pan that was brought to me by the customer to mount up. I got that mounted up here, and in the back. Not sure if you guys can see that. It's a little insert that I put. So 3 should hold it fine. And I also went ahead and welded this tab here and bolted up this trans brace. This basically helps from engine movement and just keeps everything more solid. So that's one other step out of the way. Now I can bolt everything back up for the final time and start on the rad support. Have to make tabs for these, the headlight tabs, find a way to mount it to the fenders. Here I was just removing the headlights, the factory radiator support, and the fenders, just getting it ready for the tubular rad support. Ryan's got this nice tube bender, makes our job a lot easier doing this. Couldn't imagine using a manual one over and over again. But yeah, we're gonna soon test fit it up. We got one more bend to go. So far the driver's side, which is this side, is looking pretty good on the car. So we're gonna do one more bend and see how it looks. So there I was just cutting some custom tabs for the headlight placement, and I got them where I want them. So now I'm just welding it all out. So next up we're gonna be making the swirl pot. Finally got the flange for the upper water neck and using this Vibrant radiator cap. Gonna have some tubing here, some more smaller tubing here for the AN fittings to screw onto. And getting the circle pieces cut out now. My buddy Alex here helping me out. Just welding around this swirl pot here. Little by little got it all fitted up and tacked up the way I want it to sit in the car. So just welding it out now. Alright, here's the new ring plates that I got laser cut out for this car. One has the name tag in it, one doesn't. So I'm getting ready to paint up the ring plates. I drilled all the holes I needed for the rivets. Just hitting the ring plates with a matte black color. And here's what the swirl pot looks like installed. Just finished up making this AN line, this short little guy. And yeah, it's mounted up. It looks pretty good in there. Next thing is a little coolant overflow pot that I might make somewhere around here. And then I'm gonna make a shroud for the intercooler to match the hole that is cut out in the bumper. Here's one of the last pieces for this car. It's a coolant overflow tank. Just basically a reservoir for any overflow of the coolant. It's gonna sit somewhere in there. So I'm gonna weld it up and put some tabs on it to install it. So here we are with the final product, and finished up by adding the Angel Fab logo and adding this shroud to the intercooler. So for those of you wondering, what that does is his bumper has this shape already cut out into it, and I basically matched that shape as best as I could. And once the air comes in from the front of the car, it's meant to really just have it go into the intercooler itself instead of the air shooting in here and out into the rest of the car where it doesn't need to be. So here's what it all looks like, and the owner will be picking it up shortly. Hopefully he's happy with it. Geez, that tires.
The batteries in the back, I was thinking maybe I should stay with the 12. What do you think? So, 16 volt, man. Fuck, high horsepower, man.
All right, well, with that, we're gonna wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If there's any feedback you'd like to give, you're more than welcome to. Either comment, share, like it, and just let us know if there's anything specific you'd like to see. Thank you guys again for watching, and stay tuned for more.